flames of faith and the sword of power. The Uganda Martyrs, in the heart of 19th century Buganda Kingdom, where the Kabaka's palace overlooked the lush hills and rivers of Uganda, with his might and power overshadowing and brooding the kingdom. Danieri Basammula-Ekkere Mwanga Mukasa, born on 3 June 1868. 8 May 1903, was the 31st Kabaka of Buganda, who ruled from 1884 until 1888 and from 1889 until 1897. In his presence the air stiffened. His gaze is a blade, cold, unflinching, capable of stripping men of their courage with a single glance. His footsteps echoed like distant thunder, yet a suffocating silence hallowed his chambers. Those who dare meet his eyes do so at their peril. Kabaka Mwanga's voice was an absolute decree, and unquestioned rule never raised. It need not have been. In fact, it is low, resonant growl, each word a hammer striking an anvil, shaping fate and issuing orders riding on respect and terror. His commands were final, unyielding, carrying the force of divine judgment enforced by kingdom warriors. No plea, no logic, no mercy can sway him. His judgment is absolute, his wrath biblical. To hear his verdict is to know your fate before it is uttered. You oppose his perception of things. You are already dead. You just don't know it yet. Kabaka Mwanga II succeeded to the throne in 1884. He was concerned at the growing influence of Christianity and the rise of a new class of officials distinct from the traditional territorial chiefs, who were educated, had a religious orientation, and wished to reform Buganda society, implead insubordination and rebellion to the conservative kingdom. It was a time of change. Missionaries from Europe had arrived, teaching a new faith, Christianity. Among the young pages and servants in the court of Kabaka Mwanga II, a handful had taken these teachings to heart. Names like Charles Luwanga, Joseph Mukasa Balakudembe, and Kizito echoed through the palace. They were brothers in faith, bonded by their refusal to renounce their beliefs, even as the fires of persecution began to rise. There are 24 Uganda Catholic martyrs, 22 killed between 1885 and 1887 under the orders of Kabaka, King Mwanga of Buganda, and 2 killed in 1918 in Paimol, northern Uganda. Most of the 22 martyrs were pages in the king's palace before they were killed by their master and king. The cause, the motivation, was the perception that these Christians were rebels against the Kabaka, unwitting tools of foreign imperialism. One of the principal cause was King Mwanga's feeling of being despised by the literate Christians who claimed a superior knowledge of religion. 13 of these were burnt to death at Namugongo, and 9 killed in other different places. The first to be martyred on the 15th of November, 1885, was the king's major domo and Christian leader, Joseph Mukasa Balakudembe. He was killed because he had pleaded with the king not to kill Bishop James Hannington, an Anglican missionary, who had made an attempt to enter Buganda from east, then considered to be the back door of the kingdom. Joseph was beheaded and burnt at Nakivubo Swamp, at the Kampala city center. In the week leading to the executions, the Christian Matthias Gayinga rejected the sexual demands of Mwanga's close friend, the Muslim Lutaya, to whom the king had sent him for that purpose. For this, he was severely punished, though not killed. His stance set spark for later events. His action was followed by the refusal of another convert, Anatole Kirigwajo. to accept nomination to a high post which he could only exercise at the peril of his soul. While many of the Christian pages often arranged to be missing when Mwanga demanded them,